found a pine needle in there, just in this thing just now. But like I said in part 1, I am really curious as to what is inside this thing, and the only way to find out what is inside this thing is to hit these 1, 2, 3, it looks like 5. Wow, I just noticed 6, 7, 8. Well, the switch I'm going to leave alone. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hopefully just, well, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to try to get these 3 screws out, see what's in this thing. I'm really curious. Unlike last time, I made sure to look underneath, just to make sure like I wouldn't miss a screw or anything. And it still can't come out. So I'm really curious as to what's inside this thing. Maybe it's something cool, maybe it's something completely basic that'll leave me facepalming. Who knows? I guess just to keep in guidelines with you two, I'll try to be educational as I go on. There are a ton of screws on this thing, I won't lie. But in some cases, the screws can be easily taken out, and that can cause a choking hazard. If you're not careful. Now, let's see, those 3 screws might have taken the top off from the bottom. Nope. Oh, there's one back here. Like, I've never really seen a toy train be so heavily screwed down, you know. Let's just see if I can get this thing undone here on camera. Oh no, that takes off the switch. That one right here, you can see the switch wires are there, so that is for the switch. I'll leave that be. I just want to try to separate the top from the bottom, which probably means I have to unscrew all 5 of those screws on the bottom there. So I'll re-screw this guy. This particular, I guess, not Ripoff toy doesn't have those like super greasy feels to it, much like the second one I looked at. The first one was an international Ripoff, because that was all the way from, hey Lucas, that was all the way from, that was at least 2-3 years ago, and that one was down in Mexico. Now that bulge right there means that there's a gear here, so I'm kind of curious what's underneath all this. But yeah, all this unscrewing and all that's just kind of crazy. Let's see how I can do that. I'm trying to get it as close to the camera as possible. I just noticed this weird number here that's kind of etched on. It's a little hard to spot, but again, I'm doing the best I can here. And who would have thought in the knockoff market that the Polar Express would go from a 284 Berkshire locomotive to an 060 tender engine? I might run this, I might not, I have no idea. Okay, now the bottom's off. Let's see, is it still held together? Nope. Wow, that is surprisingly simple. You can even see where the batteries go. There are the batteries right there. You slide them in. So let me move the batteries out of the way real quick. Well, let's see. So there's that. That's kind of stuck. There we go. Turn it right side up. Okay. That is stupid simple. Holy cow. That is very simple. I don't think I've ever seen something as simplistic as this, people. My guess is the motor. There's a motor in here somewhere, but it doesn't look like the motor is accessible. But look at the simplicity of the wiring. This is where the batteries go, right here. This is the one terminus, this is the other. And this is like I think this is like the cab door, like right here. You unscrew it, it pops out here. You like pull it down, slide the batteries in, snap it back up, you got a circuit. But I don't see a spot to get into. Well, unless I undo the switch part, then maybe. But seriously, I've never seen. Yeah, it does kind of. It looks like a giant Trackmaster 2 Thomas. I mean, instead of AA batteries, you got friggin' D-volt batteries, which is nuts. I can try to slip them back in here. There's that. But yeah, I have never, ever seen such a simplistic like setup. The last one I looked at, and now I'm actually having trouble kind of keeping this together. That's not good. Well, I don't want to break this thing like I did last time. The last time I took a look at one of these, I accidentally broke the model. I think what's going on, yeah, I'll have to screw this back together without the batteries, and then just like put the battery back together. Because right now, let's see, can I put it back together? Yeah, I can put it back together. I really want to see what the motor here, I think the motor is right here or whatever. That's my guess. But I'm going to try to put this together the best I can. Alright, let's get started on screwing it back together. Actually, I need to put these really flimsy pieces of plastic, like an, sorry, excuse of a piston mechanism back in place. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Ah, I can open it up. There's a screw right here. I was trying to put this back together, and it started to kind of open up on me. So let me just pull that out for now. There's a screw back here. And yeah, I'll probably put this back together in another off camera. But I just want to take this apart. I'll put this back together eventually. And then I'll also try running this on the track. There we go. Aha. There's the motor, people. And look at how easy this stuff comes out. Look at that. Freaking easy. Oh, and look at it. Oh, I thought it, well, there wasn't a whole lot of, wow, I'm having trouble holding on to this. This is the gear mechanism. I think that's grease on my hands. Yeah, it's grease. Or, no, that's styrofoam. Here's the main gear. It just fell right out. If someone were to go to repair this and a kid happened to be nearby, this falls. Instant choking hazard. Motor's in a good place. Let's see. Here's the wheel. It goes in like that. So I think the gear... This gear, I think, goes in... Yeah, I think I see a hole. I could be wrong. Let's see. Let me move that out of the way. Now, I'm not a huge, like, mechanical person, but I think... Oh, boy. I'm going to struggle with this. I think... Does it go on like... Yeah, it does. There it is. Oops. I think I had it. Come on. There we go. There's the gear. I think it sits in like this. There's a spot here that holds the gear like this. Like, if you can see it. There's these little grooves that I think this gear sits in. I'm going to have a lot of trouble putting this back together. I think it's like, yeah, it's like that. So there's that gear back in place. And then the wheel, I think, go, yeah, there we go. Hey, I put it back together. How about that? But that's what the gears normally look like. And I can't engage the gears, but right now, because there's nothing holding down the wheels, like there's nothing on top of them. Yeah, let me get that out of the way. It's like that, and then it's like, if I can get it, there we go. So there's a little worm, there's not a worm gear, but there, you can see there's one gear right there, then you got this crown, I think a crown gear right here, small gear right there, which in turn powers these particular wheels. So how about that? I was really wondering how to get to the motor, unlike the last one where I unintentionally just like wrecked the engine to never be repaired again. The problem with that engine, it had so much grease. I had never seen an engine before be, racked with so much grease. And these wheels here that I'm putting back in, they look like Oreo cookies when when they're not in their thing. So I gotta hold down, let's see, I gotta put this one piston, let me bring it over. This sorry excuse of a piston, I gotta put it back into its place without breaking anything. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. And I have like big hands, so there we go, got it. Okay, so that's good. I don't wanna lose the gear in there, so I gotta very carefully, oh wait, darn it. This gear, I don't know how the people that built this were able to make it the way they did, but they did. Ah, dang it, I lost the gear in there. I'm gonna have to put this thing together off camera, so I wanted to show the insides of this, you know, knock up the motor's falling out. But I wanted to show the insides of this train here. I'll put this back together on off camera. But yeah, that's the insides of a knockoff Polar Express train. I might junk it, I don't know. See you in the next video.